Hello everyone, welcome back to Blood Bowl. It is time to get underway with my second game there after what seemed like a relatively one-sided first match for this team. So I gotta say, I am pretty happy with the Ancient Predator's performance there for their first round. Although like I said, it was a little bit one-sided, mainly because I had the raw muscle there. I also had my Kroxigor, whereas they lacked their tree man there for the Wood Elves, so they got promptly brutalized there, and they were not able to get the mobility they need to get the winning goals. And of course, dice rolls kind of can ruin it for you there. But if you remember from last match there, my star player Kroxigor of Salant, it has promptly been level 2 or Slatland, I think. Slatan? How the hell am I going to pronounce that? Jeez, let's just carry on. Let's pretend this didn't happen there. But as you notice there, he's been leveled up, and I have decided, although I kind of do second guess it a little bit there, I have chosen to get the catch ability. And right now, there we go, which basically allows him to reroll dice whenever a pass or event, or let's see. Yeah, basically for a catch roll there essentially, including a handoff. So while I am second guessing it a little bit because the stunty ability actually makes it hard to actually do passes as one of the consequences for him being more smaller and not as like strong a character, especially with their strength in general there, but it is not as effective as I probably originally thought when I decided to choose that. But for handoffs there is a lot of potential to kind of really blitz up across the field there. If I can like do a handoff with one skink there and give it to Kroxigor, to promptly just rush right past their lines there before they even get a chance to react almost, if I planned it out properly. So there is still potential with the catch reroll, so I am looking forward to see how that works there. And as my other skinks start getting leveled up there, I could consider allowing them to have like the reroll to their passing there to kind of offset the fact that their stunty trait kind of hinders their throwing abilities a little bit. But without further ado, we've had our fun there with the last match. It's time to get started in our game. Let's get underway, shall we?
Team found. This is going to be interesting.
Alright, looks like we're fighting against orcs and we have a slight point advantage on them. With my income there, which I actually spent towards an apothecary and all that, I have gained 100 additional points there when you include the level and the apothecary just mentioned, but it doesn't look like I have any petty cash to utilize in anything, so I am promptly forced to validate and wait for my opponent to choose what he's going to get, which unfortunately I don't think he's going to get anything at all with like 40,000 petty cash.
Dice are warmed up and ready to be rolled. Let's get this show on the pitch.
Let's get started though. Let the fun begin. Orcs are going to be fun. A little more beefy, a little more strength there, and they got some strength for characters.
Welcome back, Blood Bowl. Nice weather to play Blood Bowl.
Alright, not much of a commentary there. They're not going to comment on the orcs or the matchup there at all. But, like I said, I have a slight point advantage. He has no way to kind of equalize it there from what I saw, considering the petty cash wasn't really enough. But it's still a relatively even match there, I guess. Really, it only comes down to my level advantage from Kroxigor to kind of boost my stats over his. So let's see if that's enough.
Orcs are a hard team to fight. They're good in a scrap. So lead them at their own game, or focus on the ball.
Okay, so it looks like he's going to receive the ball there first, so I'm going to have a little bit of fun here dealing with these folks. So he's got himself a whopping 4 Black Orcs. Interesting. He maxed out on the Black Orcs there, but I guess that means, yeah, he has no replacements at all there. So I am going to need to be cautious, because that can be an issue. I do have the sources to kind of like take advantage of that to an extent. Question is, how do I want to approach this? I have some options here, but because these Black Orcs are as formidable as me there, with the additional agility actually, so they're going to be a pain in the ass, but do I want to throw more in there or not? Do I seriously want to throw all my sources in the front line? Because he has his blitzers, and does he have anyone level up that you care about? He's got guard assist. I have 1 minute to decide, so his Black Orc's level 2 as well, so he's got 2 that are level up. So what I want to do is probably have these... I probably want my sources kind of set up in a way that they can at least tie up one of these orcs there. And if he wants to really have an advantage against them, he's going to have to kind of move 2 of the little orcs there against him, or even move one of his Black Orcs over if he wants to get his 2 dice. So I'm going to make it a little bit difficult for him. And I think I'm going to switch Kongwa up front, because like I said before, he can hand off there, but like I said, actually, it doesn't really matter. He's going to receive the ball, so the handoff potential is not actually going to matter too much. Oh yeah, and I realized he wasn't going to... He has to deploy his units first there, so maybe I overthought this a little bit. I figured his units were stuck as they were. Yeah, and he's moving his guard orcs over. Yeah, he's got 1 with guard there. He has another orc with guard. Is it guard? What is it called? Yeah, guard. So no matter what happens, they're able to assist their colleagues there without a question. So this is going to be a little bit rough. Well, let's get started. Ooh, I get an extra reroll.
Say something witty and insightful soon. I'm just waiting for the players and the coach to do something. Anything! Please, just be interesting.
Oh, don't you worry.
This is going to be decisive.
This is going to be interesting, alright. We have the same rerolls, but I got an apothecary, so maybe I can use that to my advantage somehow.
The attacker has an assist.
Let's see. He's got guard, so he's gained his 2 dice in. Knocking my guys down a little bit, and he's not stepping forward, is he? Nope, he's not stepping forward, so I can use that to my advantage somewhat. I just got to create an opening here to the ball.
To come out on top.
So we'll see if I can do that or not. Let's see, rough start, but if I can handle the first half well, I'm going to get the ball for the second half, and so I think what I want to do is at least knock out 1 or 2 of his guys for the second half and prevent him from scoring, if nothing else. That is the hope. And he's not, yeah, he's actually not, moving any of his guys forward, so that could be a mistake by him. We'll see. Because it opens my guys up a little bit to kind of chase after me. And he actually does got a goblin.
They want to. Goblins can be really hard to get a hold of.
Well, I'll let him come to me then. I don't need to step up forward again there. So I'm not too concerned there. We'll see what he does. Because he moved most of his guys already, so that's not like that matters.
Ball is secure.
He can
the other team steal it away?
He can cage all he likes. I'm going to let him move forward there. That way I can isolate these 2. Have my fun with them some. Although, there's always the risk Kroxsa could get... Yeah, become a bonehead trying to get him to have him get up. So we'll see. I can easily knock these guys around. Like I said, I'm not going to come to them. I'm going to make it so they have to come to me.
Yep, I reckon that's what he'd say.
That's a good way to get started, isn't it? Like I said, I want to knock a few of them down. So, that's a good start. Very good start. And I have a reroll advantage for worst case. I am going to let him come to me. I just got to be careful of getting ganged up, though. So, do I want to blitz this poor fella here or not? I'm not really planning on blitzing anyone else, so why not? Let's see. Not much point in the reroll, and I can't push him anywhere else anyway, so... Do need to be careful there. He is going to get his cage. But at least... Yeah, there's the bonehead. And I can't reroll. I don't want to reroll.
And he's standing there drooling.
So, how do I want to do this? Because he's got the freedom to move around as he wishes, so... I'll let him push me there, and I'll get ready for him to make a mistake. Because if he's going to actually cage the ball like that without any drastic movements, he can only move forward 1 hex at a time, unless he breaks a wall. It's just the same Kroxsa that I had to get dumb at a time like this. That really is an annoyance. So, the question is then, what can I do with my skinks to make them useful here? Because if they start taking any damage in this point, they are going to be vulnerable. And he can come at me there, so... Let me just move him back and get them ready to punish him if he starts to get greedy. If he wants to push forward, he's going to have to fight for it, so... Let me try and make my wall in that case, because I already injured one of his guys, so I... Well, not for this turn here. I had... Until he gets back up, Kroxsa, I do have a numbers advantage of sorts.
They're getting up close and
So we'll
personal.
see. Speaking of which...
Need to be close. So close.
Yeah, let's see.
Smell
He
your
can only...
breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
He can only move 4 hexes there, and he's going to throw the goblin, huh?
Is it a bird? Is it a bat? No, it's a flaming critter. That player's
Well, thank you for that.
departed, expired, terminated, no longer of this world. Dead, dead.
I can live with that. Like I said, wait for him to make the mistake. I was not paying attention to what the odds were, but that was a very promising start for me, isn't it? Now... That's a shame. Like I said, I'm going to take my time. Although, do I want to push forward now? Well, I can't help you there, buddy. Your strategy apparently was to throw the goblin into my backyard or something. Either that or he saw him lizardman or something. I don't know what his thought process was, to be honest. This is a shame. He just wants to end this as it is. This is no fun. Almost a disappointment. I don't know what his thought process was. We'll see. I'll let it go this time. I don't want to be too generous, damn it. I'm trying to record this. The orcs of all people, who are the most warlike, the most bloodthirsty, want to concede the match. I am not really interested in this. This is no fun. Not for anyone. I'm just gonna try and get what XP I can in this case. We'll see what he does. Because, damn it, he's the one who decided it was game over. Although the injury was dumb luck, mind you. It was not... It should... I don't know where the hell his thought process was. I am definitely going to need to watch this again to see. Although, again, he could still do a lot of damage to me with all these Black Orcs. I'm really convinced that he's just giving up because I'm Lizardman or something. Because his one goblin play kind of was an annoyance. He had no backup plan or anything like that, so... This is really awkward, isn't it? He's already given up, but... How the hell do I proceed with this recording? Nah, this sucks. This really sucks.
Players arrive to assist their teammate.
Well, not much of an entertaining game there. We got one of the worst kinds of competitive player here. Just wanting to have himself a nice easy game And of course, like he said, without his goblin, he can't really do much, can he now? And of course, he turned bonehead, but
The bigger they are, the thicker they tend.
I suppose for just to keep preserve my own players, I don't need to do much risk much injuries to myself there. But we'll let him pull the trigger in that case. We'll see. We'll see. He could try do anything all he wants there. I hope for his sake there he decides to commit to something here. Okay, he's decided to fight, so let the fun commence then. Because, let's see, he's doing his go.
One foot in front of the other.
Ooh, that didn't look pleasant.
Ouch! That must have hurt.
Oh my god, that is just poor luck. I don't know what the odds were for the goblin, but that should not have happened. Anyways, I'll save everyone the time here and get started. Let's see. I don't need to run with Kungwa there or pass it to him just yet. Unless I can get him further ahead, that's the only thing I can think of. We'll see. It'll give me more XP there, and hopefully at some point we'll get a proper match going on here. That is the hope.
Safety in numbers.
We'll see. Knock him back there, keep him back. I thought my strategy was pretty good there for the most part. I just let him come to me with all his muscle, and I would eventually have probably stalled it a little bit. It may not have been the most interesting, mind you, but I like the strategy overall. Nope, he's still trying to go for it there, which is fine. Because some random dice rolls could really work against me there. Especially with these skinks. These skinks are fragile. And I don't want to lose Kungwa too. Which could be something I don't... Yeah, Kungwa could get injured, which is something I don't want either.
Well, they had to retreat a little. It was getting dangerous.
Okay, so... he had really good odds there of not rolling stupid. How exactly does that function anyway? Let's see. He adds 2 if there are any adjacent teammates. Okay. So he needed 2+ there, from what I understand. But if he has no teammates there, it's like a 50-50 chance, from what I understand. Let's see, what is it? On a roll of... yeah, 1 to 3, they do nothing. So yeah. Otherwise, it's just like my 6 skull there. He just can manipulate a little bit if he so wishes. Let's see, I got 2 dice here. I need to clear some breathing room a little bit. Especially with Kroxsa. Is there a way he can get it? Yeah, he can get there, but there would be a strength advantage of some kind. Not to mention he would have to go straight through all that crap too. So how do I free up some space, I wonder? Definitely not with that rule. That is for sure.
He's on him now. Like
So,
a halfling on a hot dinner.
let's see, he could get 2 dice there maybe, even though Korti is there to kind of balance it out. Doesn't look like I'll get that roll I would like. And he does get 2 strength, so, This is an awkward position for me now. Can I at least get him there to... let's see, how much strength bonus is there? Just the 1 strength. And that is a Black Orc. And he's gained 2 from that. And I'm not sure how much stunty will work for me here. Because it seems like I have to roll 3 times. But, ooh, I can actually give it to Kungwa if I could somehow clear up the ball. Or clear up space a little bit. Question is, how do I best want to do this? Let's try it. Let's give it a shot, shall we?
That's a dangerous place to be.
Because I have a reroll. I'm not afraid to use it. And I'm going to push up, clear up some space, and get my touchdown if all goes well. Alright, let's try it. Perfect. I'll keep him there.
One less obstacle for the ball carrier.
Now. Well, I don't even need Kungwa to go, do I? I do still need to do a go for it. So let's try it. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. This is kind of farming a little bit though, isn't it? Which is a bit of a shame. A lot of it is probably because of maybe how poorly optimized his team is, having only one goblin. We'll see. I'll keep this up as it is because I already got 2-player advantage. It's a bit one-sided at this point because he has no runner, so he's going to rely on just smashing me, I guess, if he's going to keep fighting. We'll see. We'll see what his response is. It's not the way I want to go, but the sooner we get these matches done, the sooner we'll hopefully get to the real matches. I apologize to everyone right now who watches this. This is a disappointment. I apologize, folks. I'll just end the recording right here. Or at least show the end results or after.
One touchdown does not a great match make.
I can live with the lack of touchdowns. We have some fatalities and random violence in the mix as well.
Well, that was not really the match I would have liked. I'll be perfectly honest. But considering this is the start of the season, the game is kind of brand new, and honestly, I think his team was not the most well optimized there. He was going for raw muscle, it seemed like, with 4 Black Orcs and a Troll. That it left him with very little room for like for the goblins at least to do the running game. So people were gonna get injured, but there was no real intention of actually winning. It seemed like. Who knows? I honestly can't tell, and I apologize to everyone who watched for that kind of short and a little bit of a disappointment. But at least we got some XP there. I got another win, so hopefully, hopefully, with the extra experience, we should be able to. Let's see. He's actually leveled up. Holy cr! Did he seriously level up twice? Wow. He's got 16 experience, I think, if I'm reading that right. Or maybe he just got 6. It says he got 5 there. I know he got 3 for a touchdown, even though it doesn't want to show. But wait, who? Oh, that's... Never mind. I'm looking at the wrong side. Sal 2 got an injury, and Olda got the touchdown plus the additional 5 points. So, he actually got 1 level in. Anyways, thank you guys for watching there. We will see about getting Olda all set up as well now. Alright, I'll be honest. That is not what I want for a game, as I already mentioned before, but hey, I'm going to add an additional little bit here to kind of explain how I'm going to update my character some, because I didn't really do a video for the leveling process of Kungwa, which I probably should have in retrospect. But Olda and all my other characters, who are actually starting to get leveled up a little bit. Mestekoet is almost at level 2 there. I don't even know what he did there the first game to get like 5 XP out of that, but he has really been performing. Oh, he was MVP, that's why. That's where he got that 5 XP from. But Oldua gets a nice, well-deserved level up, so let us see what exactly he gets. So was it, he gets an ability trait. If I ever get Devils on the roll, he will be able to choose from all those other abilities. So let's see. Roll the dice, and what do we get? I only get 3, so I get a basic skill in that case. So what do I have? Do I even have, what is it? I don't see the trait that allows me to reroll grabbing or picking up the ball. I just see it for running, so maybe the catch wasn't a bad idea after all, because I figured being able to reroll picking up the ball was an option, but apparently not. So, with that said, what the hell do I want to do with this guy? Because I got some sprinting options there, which allows him to go for it in additional move hex or square, essentially, which might be useful, but you kind of need sure feet, which kind of allows you to reroll to go for it, which is kind of more important, so maybe that's what I want to do. Sidestep allows me to choose where he moves whenever he's pushed back, so that's always an idea. Jump up allows him to avoid... yeah, it removes the penalty he gets for having to stand back up, although, quite frankly, I don't want my skinks to get knocked down to begin with, because they're much more prone to injury, so... let's see... and if the player may also declare a block action while prone, which requires an agility roll with +2 modifier. So that's interesting. So jump up allows him to do a block, which is basically attacking the other player that is next to him, without it causing a blitz, I guess. But there is a penalty to it. Leap is, of course, what those Wood Elves have been utilizing against me in that first game, but it relies very much on your agility, which, well, having only like 3 agility, which is kind of the standard, it's not really as good as I would like. I don't care about diving tackle, so what's diving catch? Let's see, adds 1 to the catch roll from an accurate pass, target to a square. Let's see. In addition, the player catch any pass, kickoff, or crowd throwing that would land in an empty square. Oh, okay. Adds 1 to any catch roll, so that would be good for like catching it, but I have no option to improve my throwing or passing to begin with, which is kind of the big deal, so really my options are really limited. I do have catch for Kroxigor. I could go with that again. Sure feet is almost the other option I'm really considering. What's Sneaky Get do? During a foul, a player with this skill is not ejected for rolling doubles. Huh. Although, that doesn't really matter too much because his strength is not really high enough to justify doing the foul play, which is basically punishing a character who's knocked down, increasing the chance of injuring them. And that relies, I believe, on your strength plus all those characters assisting, so I'm not going to do that, I don't think. So I have the option of leap, sure feet, or catch. Do I care? Is diving tackle any good? Okay. Diving tackle could be useful for intercepting, but I think I'm going to go with sure feet there. My options are actually pretty limited for what the skinks are. They have only average agility, which is still good, but they don't have that additional agility to really just make use of anything reliably well. So I kind of need sure feet, and then I can combo that with sprint, maybe? This is a really tough choice. Maybe what I can do is give him catch as well. That way I have Kroxigor, who has the ability to like cover one flank, and Ulda to cover the other side. So that way it gives me a lot more option there, because I can use my other spare skinks that don't have the trait to kind of go up to them, hand off, and like I said before, just rush up the line there, where Kroxigor and Ulda will be standing behind the sources, where the rest of the skinks will be trying to pick up the ball. Maybe that's what I can do there, at least for my offensive play. Defensive diving tackle sounds really promising, because they can really tie someone down that tries to get away from them. So, any skinks that can... I think I'll keep it simple. My other skinks, I'll probably consider diving tackle or sure feet. We'll have to see. Although I don't want to rely on going for it too much, although with sprint that would be incredibly powerful, so that's hard to really judge, because that's more of a long-term thing. Where Shurfy on his own with just 2 go for it is not really potent unless I'm going up against really slow characters like dwarves. And with dwarves, I already have like double their movement speed anyway, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue if I plan out right. So I'm gonna go with catch. So that way I have a pair of these guys to kind of like open up a lot more. Especially because Kangwa could even, in some certain situations, Kangwa can hand off to Ulduwa here. And since they both have catch, then they can kind of hand it off to each other depending on how many turns I have to throw it up almost. I might be overthinking this though. So yeah, pretty straightforward there. It wasn't as exciting as I thought it'd be. We have 70,000 there for upgrades too, so... Wait, am I actually able to get a reroll? Wait, how the hell am I... Oh, I was wondering. It seems like I could. I can buy more coaches in that, which is an idea, so I will think on that a little bit. But what I think I'm going to do is get me a new skink. Because I only have 1 fresh skink at the moment, and they're going to be the guys who are most likely to get injured. So, that is... So I don't run into... Because if I learned anything from that last match, I need to make sure I have some backup players to kind of prepare for those kind of situations where I get screwed over. So let's see. I have 1 spare skink, I think. No, actually I don't. Yeah, I have 11 right there. So I do want to buy an extra skink, so that's what I'm going to do. And that'll put me... Oops. Let me just remove that last name there, because I want to see what skink I have there. Because this guy doesn't look very pretty, does he? He looks bruised and beaten. Poor fella. Poor Tolant Lax. He's seen better days. Well. He's going to have a home with the Ancient Predators, I think. So we're going to confirm that purchase, and we got ourselves a backup player. He just does not look like much of a backup player with an injured eye. I think, needless to say. But, again, I apologize to everyone. I am looking forward to giving you a much better game for next week. Let's make it happen.